Hello my loyalist brothers and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about some potential night leaks. I say potential even though you're probably going to see them in the background because I think they're a bit sus. The reason why I think they're a bit sus is they're just too good. They're too good to be true. Surely this has to be a joke. If it's not a joke, then knights are the new meta. I'm calling it right now. The knights will walk into the top of the tournaments and just crush every bloody one. Anyway, let's jump in and let's start to look at some of these potential new night leaks. So first up, as you can see in the background, this is the Armageddon Warglaive. So for those people who are not familiar, this has like a big chainsword and it has a big thermal spear, melter gun, all the awesome stuff as you can see in the stats. Now the old stats of the Armageddon Wargear, like these are the new stats you see in the background, but the old stats were it was strength 6, toughness 7, wounds 12, attacks 4, leadership 8, and the save is 3+. According to this, by the way, sorry, the ballistic skill and weapon skill were both 3+ on the top bracket. According to this now, the weapon skill is 2+, so it's hitting on 2s. The ballistic skill is 3+. The strength is 7. The toughness is 7. The wounds are 16, so it's increased by 4 wounds and it's got an extra strength. The big thing for me is the attacks. The attacks have gone up to a base of 8, which we'll get onto in a second. And of course, the leadership is now 10 and the save is 2+. Already, the stats on the Armageddon Warglaive is looking absolutely fantastic. Like, this is like, I don't even play like knights that much. I have got knights, and I'm not into the competitive play, but already I can see these chaps being an absolute nightmare on the tabletop. If we look at like the heavy stubber and everything like that, that's the same. The melter gun, that's the same. The thermal spear, that's the same as well. No changes there. Now it's the Reaper chain cleaver, which is the really big thing on this. So you have two profiles when you come to the Armageddon Knight, the strike and the sweep. Now if you do the strike, it's strength but +2. It used to be times 2, so it's +2 now, so it's not going to be strength 14 because that would have been absolutely bloody wild. So it's going to be strength 9 for the strike, -2, and it's 2 damage. But the big thing is now on the sweep, that is a potential of 24 attacks from one Armageddon Knight just going into combat. That surely is obliterating a lot of stuff. Don't forget, Armageddon Knights are like, they have like the OBSEC now, if I'm not mistaken. So this is what you use as like your troops to secure objectives. Send 2 or 3 Armageddon Knights in, and they are literally just going to rip open anything. Statistically, with the dice rolls, you're killing stuff. You're killing a lot of bloody stuff. And another big change is all the abilities right at the bottom as well. So what we have at the bottom on the old one was Iron Shield, where the model has a 5+ invulnerable save, the Explode and the Vehicle Squadron. There's a lot more that's been added here. So you've got the Ionic Repulsor, so it no longer has a 5+ invulnerable save. This is a 4+ invulnerable save. Well, against melee weapons, it actually says. So, the 5+ was against range weapons, so it's lost its 5+ range, and it's gained a 4+ against melee. In Death, Oath Fulfilled, when this model is destroyed, roll d6 before moving to play. On a 5+, it explodes. That has changed now from a 6 to explode into a 5+, because the other one was a 6, it explodes. Glory Hounds. Now, this what makes me think it's a bit of a sus of a datasheet. Why would they call them hounds? Isn't hounds what they call the chaos version of these, unless they're changing the lore? This is why I'm not too sure this is a legit stat sheet, and I think it may be faked by someone. I say that's my opinion. I'm a bit on the fence at the moment, but it's looking like this may be more faked than it is real. So Glory Hounds, add 2 to the charge rolls made for models in this unit. Each time a model in this unit makes a pile-in or a consolidation, I can't remember to say the bloody word move, it can move up to additional 3 inches. Okay, but for me, the Sanctified Bulwark is where it's at. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, subtract 1 from the damage characteristics of that attack to a minimum 1. So it's basically like a Dreadnought now. That's what Dreadnoughts have. I forgot what it's called on Dreadnoughts. Please remind me in the comment section. But Dreadnoughts have this thing. This is why I love Dreadnoughts. Like, you just take 1 damage off anything that comes into a dreadnought. So if it's like, 6 damage, it's down to like 3 damage and stuff like that. So it's absolutely brilliant. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I haven't been cheating all my way playing dreadnoughts. But there we go. That's the Armageddon Warglaive. I would love to get your thoughts on that one before we move on to the next knight. Now, the next one we have here is the Knight Valiant. This one has the big old harpoon. I love it. I love to poon my enemies on the battlefield. So just to bring you all up to the speed, so these are the old stats. Again, the new stats are in the background. So the old stats were, when it was on its top bracket, it was weapon skill 4+, and ballistic skill 3+. As you can see, the weapon skill has gone to 2+, and the ballistic skill has gone to 3+ on this. Strength 8, toughness 8, they stay the same. Wounds have jumped up again. This has 32 wounds. The old datasheet stated 28 wounds. Attacks 6. This used to have 4 attacks. Leadership 9. Of course, it's gone up to leadership 10. And the save is 2+. Well, it used to be 3+. So again, the save and the attacks and the wounds, I think, are the big thing. And of course, the weapon skill. The weapon skill with the harpoon is mega on this, because we'll get down to that in a second. So the big cannon, as you can see on the data sheet over here, it's heavy 4d6, strength 6, AP -3, and damage 2. And as it says, this weapon automatically hits the target. Now, the old stats were, it was 3d6, but it was an extra strength. So it's it's gained 1d6 attack, which I think is fantastic, and lost 1 strength. I don't know about you, but that seems incredibly broken, right? You've gained an extra d6 dice for the cost of 1 strength. Is that just insane to anyone else, or is it just me that's living in this bloody fantasy land? The shield breaker missile, on the old stats, it was 48 inches. As you can see here, it's 72 inches. Heavy one, of course. It used to be strength 10. Now it's strength 12. It used to be AP -4, and now it's AP -6. And now, as you can see, it's D3 +3. And as far as I can tell, the shield breaker missile abilities is the same. It states here, each shield breaker missile can only be fired once per battle. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, invulnerable saving throws cannot be made against that attack. And the old one states, each shield breaker missile can only be fired once per battle, and that model can only be fired once each turn. Invulnerable saving throws cannot be made against wounds caused by this weapon. See, this is why I'm a bit sus about this. It's actually wrote better, and that doesn't strike me as Games Workshop. Games Workshop always tend to confuse you with the rules. So again, maybe it's just like a fan writing this, but again, it's entirely up to you if you want to believe this. Again, I am on the bloody fence. Twin siege breaker cannons are next. So 48 inches, heavy 2d3, just the same as the old ones, but the strength has gone up by 1 to strength 8. It's gained an extra minus, so it's AP -2, and the damage is 2. So the damage used to be D3, but now it is a 2, and it's blast as well. By the way, it is blast. In the old abilities, it didn't have the blast keyword. Now the Thunder Coil Harpoon. This is where the fun begins. So the Thunder Coil Harpoon used to be it used to be range 12, of course, heavy 1, strength 16, AP -6, and the damage used to be 10. But now it says here, each time a successful wound roll is made for an attack with this weapon, the target suffers 10 mortal wounds. Additionally, each enemy unit within 6 inches of this target suffers 3 mortal wounds, and the attack sequence ends. So first off, the mortal wounds is insane. 10 mortal wounds. If you're hitting everything with this, it's basically just an instant death on anything. 10 mortal wounds, that just sounds insane. Secondly, I'm a bit confused, because where is the AP minus on the stats here, and where is the damage? Is the damage the 10 mortal wounds? I'm not too sure. Maybe someone can help me who's more rules literate than me. I don't understand how they've set this out. So I'm just going to quickly move on and go to the twin melter guns on this, which exactly are the same as the old stats. It's 12 inches, assault 2, strength 8, AP -4, damage D6, and of course Titanic feat is melee. The strength is user as always. It has gained an extra AP, so it's AP -3, and it's also no longer D3 damage, it's flat 4 damage per one attack you hit with this. Now with the abilities again, Iron Shield is the same, so it's a 5+ invulnerable save, and the dual plasma core things is basically the same. It's on a 4+, it explodes. Adamantium Flame, this is something new. This wasn't on the other one. So Adamantium Flame, it says this model ignores the result when making a Dominus malfunction roll. This model characteristics change as it suffers damage as normal. Again, I'm not too sure what that is. Please help me out. And it always has Sanctified Bulwark. Just like the Armageddon, each time an attack is allocated to this model, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of that attack to a minimum of 1. So again, they're just like massive bloody walking dreadnoughts again. Anyway, Chaperoonios, I'm going to leave the video there because these are the two data sheets I've seen. They're all over the internet now. You've probably seen them on the social media. They're on Facebook. They're on bloody Twitter. They're all over like the 40k forums and stuff like that. People are talking about them. Again, what I personally think, I'm lost for words. Listen to me. I'm literally lost for... If this is real, then this seems to be absolutely bloody insane. This is why I'm hoping it actually is fake, because as someone who has knights, I will feel terrible bringing all my warglaves to the field and potentially doing 24 attacks per warglaive. It just feels absolutely disgusting being put in that position. But then again, that's just me. I'm sure there's some knight players out there rubbing their hands together saying, yes, 'tis finally time for me to march forward into the anvils of war. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below and we can have a nice little talk down there as we always do. See ya. Have a great day and bye-bye.